Jet fans, what's going on? How we doing today? Apologies for the poor video quality, poor lighting. It's raining, hailing, snowing out right now. Don't worry, I'm not driving, so don't get on me about not wearing a seatbelt. Um, I had to do a video because I don't even know where to begin as far as the game plan for today and what Greg Williams and Adam Gase were possibly thinking going into this one. The 0-11 Cincinnati Bengals and Andy Dalton made a mockery of you in Cincinnati. A mockery of this team. And this after losing already to the 0-7 Miami Dolphins. So everything that you did the last 3 weeks, you threw it out the fucking window because that was a complete embarrassment. Complete embarrassment on so many different levels. 54 passes to, 14 runs or 15 runs? 10 handoffs for Le'Veon Bell? And again, this all comes back to one thing. Adam Gase is a stubborn prick. We know that from his time in Miami. He's a stubborn prick, and he didn't want Le'Veon Bell. He didn't want to pay him, $14 million a year. That's been well known, and this is his way of trying to justify it. I don't need Bell. I don't want Bell. I'm not going to use Bell. In spite of the fact that you're going up against the fucking worst-ranked rushing defense in football, you're not going to use Le'Veon Bell. Or Powell. Or Montgomery. No. We're just going to let Sam Darnold drop back and get his fucking ass kicked. That's a great game plan. How did it work out for you? 3 points on your scripted drive. Another 3 points on a scripted drive going into the half, because those plays are always scripted too. And what did you do after that? Absolutely nothing. So people are actually getting on me on Twitter because I said that this was a backward step for Sam Darnold. Not because, this is on him, that he played badly. I'm not excusing all the drops, the one from Berrios, the one from Robbie in the end zone. I'm not excusing the penalties. The O-line was complete shit. Tom Compton with the one-leg takedown. You got Beachum with the holding in the end zone for the safety. You got Shell getting his ass kicked on almost every play. There's enough blame to go around, but this is a backward step because how many weeks are we going to completely throw out the fucking window of Sam Darnold's second season? How many weeks are we going to do this? I mean, the Miami game, we completely threw that game away. Jacksonville, we completely threw that game away. Now this game, what positives do you take away from this? I know he made some good throws, but he also made some bad throws, some bad decisions in there. The offense at the end of the day put up 6 points, and he's the quarterback. So for all the talk, the last 3 weeks that, Adam Gase, the light bulb went on after the enlightened conversation with Sam Darnold, where he told him what he likes to do. Well, now this week he went back to his stubborn ways, doing things his way, and what happened? How did it work out for you? The offense put up 6 points. And let's not spare the defense any criticism. Let's not spare them anything. This has got to be one of the worst third down defenses I've ever watched in my life. 3rd and 14, cornerbacks given a 15-yard cushion. You got linebackers trying to run with tight ends and wide receivers all day. James Burgess, get him the hell off the field. Quinnen Williams, I don't know where the hell he is. Henry Anderson, cut his ass. I don't know why the hell they're paying him $10 million. I know they had the Brian Poole injury. I know Adams was hurt, so he wasn't himself. I get it. But still, the Cincinnati Bengals, the 0-11 Cincinnati Bengals, led by Andy Dalton, should have put up 30 points. Easily could have if they needed to. They had the one easy drop for the touchdown in the end zone. The other holding call on the screen pass that shouldn't have been a holding call would have had them set up first and goal inside the 10. This was an embarrassment from top to bottom. They were outcoached in every facet of this game. And why is this acceptable? Against an 0-11 team. After it already happened against an 0-7 team. The Jets walked in there like their shit didn't stink. For what reason? Like they just won the Super Bowl for winning 3 games against shitty teams. Sorry, I'm battling a cold. But this is insane. What about this is acceptable? Why does Adam Gase get a pass for this? Why does he automatically get a second year? To waste more of Sam Darnold? We got to watch Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, all these other quarterbacks in their second year be able to take a leap in high-powered offenses and build week after week on their strengths. Sam Darnold, he's walking off the field every drive, shaking his head, limping off the field one play, getting stepped on another play. Are we building his confidence here? Is Adam Gase making things easy for him? That's what he was hired to do. That was his one job, to make life easy for Sam Darnold. And he's not doing it. The announcer said it I don't know how many times. Run outside. That's what the Bengals can't stop. And what did we do every drive? Handoff up the middle. Handoff up the middle. Like, you can't make it up. You can't make it up. Like, it's Adam Gase's way of trying to say, hey, I know more than you. I'm going to do it my way and show that we're going to win my way. Forget what the book says. Forget what the tape says. I know. I know what's right. I know the answers. I have the answers to the test. You guys have to follow me. Check out Bilal Powell's tweet. He disagrees. And it's only a matter of time, I'm telling you. With 4 games left, the team officially eliminated now, you're going to see more players are going to start to speak out. They do not want to play with this guy. I heard Samini after the game. He was saying guys were walking around with their heads down, lifeless, and that it seemed like it was more than just football. This was deeper than football. I think that's exactly what he said. And I agree. They do not want to play for Adam Gase. He does not have their respect. The little good that he built the last 3 weeks, he threw it out the window today. Because he couldn't even show up against the Bengals team. And yes, the players deserve plenty of blame. Plenty. Offensive line was trash. Receivers dropped balls. Nobody on defense was tackling. Nobody was getting a pass rush. Right? There's plenty of blame on the players. But again, the last few weeks, why did it work? Why were these guys in position to succeed the last few weeks? Why were they making plays? And then now all of a sudden this week, nobody's doing anything. And then where were the adjustments, right? When you see certain things aren't working out, how do you adjust to it, right? The Jets, when they win, we see a pattern, right? They get off to a big lead, a good start, the scripted things work well, and usually they just try to hold on to the very end. When they faced adversity this year, how do they respond? How do they come back? Do they come back? No, they don't. When teams get out to a lead, when teams start coming back, aside the Cowboy game, they were lucky that there wasn't an extra few minutes because that game they would have blew too, and the fact that they lost Cooper as well. Like, they've gotten so lucky on so many things this year. And, of course, ownership's going to view that as, Adam Gase, it's progress. It's progress. And it's a process, too. What a joke. First coach since Rich Kotite in year 1 not to get a winning record. With a team that, listen, they've got some holes, they've got some injuries. There's enough talent here. There's enough talent here. I'm sorry. The Steelers, they have a winning culture, right? They're on their 3rd quarterback right now. They're still winning games. They just beat the Browns. We couldn't even compete with the Browns at home. Like, I'm sorry. Save me the excuses when it comes to Adam Gase. This is what he is, right? The last 3 weeks, you know what it was? And I felt this, and I should have did a video to at least say this, but I promise I really felt this. The last 3 weeks, how many players on this roster have guaranteed money beyond this year? Not many. A lot of those guys are looking for contracts for the very first time, including Jamal Adams. So you know what that was the last 3 weeks? Excuse me. The last 3 weeks, that was guys seeing an opportunity to get paid. An opportunity against weaker opponents to go out there, put up some numbers, put up some stats, enjoy a couple wins, and hopefully cash out because of it. That's what it was. It wasn't players buying into Adam Gase, players buying into the system. No, it wasn't any of that. I'm sorry. I refuse to believe that the true leaders in that locker room, deep down, if you ask them, what are your thoughts on Gase? Do you want to play for this guy? Do you believe in him? Honest answer, they would not want to play for him. They would not want to be here. They do not trust him. They do not believe in him. They do not think he has the answers to beat better coaches, better teams, period. So this is where we're at. And again, unfortunately, ownership, they're going to look at it like, we won 3 games, so everything's fine. So talk to you guys Tuesday night. Screw the Jets.